Hello Flosstube, and welcome in all new and returning viewers. My name is Angelica, and this is my channel where I talk mostly cross stitch, but I also talk about diamond painting, gaming, and anything else that I spend my time on. So this should be just a quick update. It is Friday, October 18th. So since my last update, I feel like it's been pretty chaotic here. So I won't get into everything, but I would say the best thing that's happened since my last check-in was that my husband took a couple days off over a long weekend, so he was able to get 5 days off last week, and so it was nice having him home. Also, there was a festival local to us, Aftershock, and although we didn't go, my roommates, the roommates did go, so they were gone majority of the day for 4 days in a row. So it was nice having the house to ourselves for a while. So I have done a little bit of everything since my last update, so I don't have a lot to show you cross stitch wise because I've been spreading my time between a lot of gaming and diamond painting. I'm getting close to finishing Medusa, which is normally hanging here. The last few videos I've done, Medusa's been hanging up, but I have her down, and I've been working on her whenever I can. I told you that I would be playing Fortnite with my husband because of Fortnitemares, so we have been playing that. But the event is stretched out so that nobody finishes it too quickly, so we don't have to spend every day on it. So that's been nice. We've been able to pace ourselves. I've also been playing Genshin. And I picked Star Rail back up again because there was one of the games that I got burnt out on, and I haven't played for a couple months, so I have been working on that. Anyways, let's talk cross stitch. I've worked on 3 projects. 2 of them are new starts, and they're both finished. So I also have 2 finishes to show you. Even though they're finished, I am going to insert the model stitches. The first thing I worked on is called I Will Follow You. It is by Contrary Perry on Etsy, and it is right here. I did this 2-or-1 on 18 count fabric that I dyed myself. This fabric was initially, I had started Macintosh Rose on it and ended up UFOing it Macintosh Rose. And the ironic thing about that is that the color palette that I had chose for the rose is the same as this color palette, so they would have looked the same. This initially, I had intended on starting this, I had intended on doing this 1/1. However, I just defaultly started with 2, and didn't realize it until I was well into this rose right here. This is where I started. I started on this end. I started here. Actually, technically, scratch that. I started the, you, will, and then went to the rose. And then I was in the rose by the time I realized, oh wait, I was supposed to do this 1/1, and it was too late. And then I wrapped myself around. However, when I started this corner, let me see, if I cover it right here, see the green and the pink? I had done the green, the pink, and then this. And then before getting to I was just getting to this bow, and I realized that I was actually a couple steps down because I didn't put enough of these in. I miscounted. So I had to frog all that out and then extend this border up a little bit higher. There is back stitching. It is really the silver. There's silver right here, and there's silver in this darker area. It's supposed to be a little cobweb. And then there's the dark gray on the font. The dark gray was really difficult to read on the pattern. So hopefully I got all the important parts. It was really weird backstitching on the font. It's an interesting font. And what else? Oh, the pattern also is listed. The stitch count is higher on the PDF than Pattern Keeper reads. So I'm guessing they accounted for the back stitch. Also, if you do, if you buy this and put it on Pattern Keeper, there's one little, the center of this pattern is listed on the PDF. I mean, on the Pattern Keeper. So I was confused when I was like, wait, why is there just one spot? I thought, yeah, it confused me until I realized that it was actually just marking the center, so you could ignore that on the Pattern Keeper. So, yeah. Oh, and this is the title of a song, as well as the main part of the song. And if you're not familiar with it, it is like an emo ballad. So there's that one. The next project that I started and finished is called Nevermind by Lindy Stitches, and it is a free pattern that popped up in one of her news feeds recently. I mean, her newsletters. I got an email about one of her newsletters, and this popped up, and I love it. So this is Nevermind. I almost skipped October 13th because this year it's been hot and sunny and miserable all October. So I can't fake it for the cooler, overcast, cozy October that I enjoy. I almost skipped October 13th stitching up anything at all. And then I decided that I would regret it if I did, because there's been a lot of events or dates that I had intended on doing something and didn't do. For example, most recently on the first day of fall, I wanted to work on Melisandre. Melisandre, aka the beginning of autumn, because it has two names. That pattern has two different names. I wanted to work on that on the first day of autumn. I did not, because I had gotten sick. That was the day that I was down and out and I couldn't stitch at all. But I regretted not stitching on it on that day. So I was going to skip and not stitch at all on October 13th, and I decided pretty late in the evening that I would regret it, so I wanted to pull something out, and I decided to start this. Very glad I did, and I was able to finish it up before I went to bed the next night, because it only has like 1,300 stitches. So this is 1/1 on 18 count. That is the coverage that I had intended on doing, the I Will Follow You, and then I did not. And the last project, WIP, that I picked up was last week. I picked it up last week when Sammy J was working on it during one of her lives. So this is Epic Pokemon Gen 1. I put in 800 stitches and I did all of this black. So what I feel like my goal would be is to extend this black all the way across, just on this section. The the page breaks somewhere around here. So I have gone into, like, it's more, this is more than one page worth, but this is the middle of the pattern or the fabric. This is the exact center of the fabric that's folded. Anyways, so I do want to extend the black all the way out. That would be just a small goal that I will set, just to have it done by New Year's. That would be nice to have this done by New Year's, and then so when I pick this up next year, maybe I could finish this whole, fill in all the color on this next year. That would be nice, but I haven't done the numbers yet on how I want to, a rough estimate of what I'm thinking is for 2025. What I'm thinking is, at this time, what I'm thinking is I will do, I set a goal for 200,000 stitches in 2025. What I did is I gave myself 20,000 stitches a month for 10 months, not a whole year, not 12 months, because realistically, there's a good 2 months that I don't make cross stitch my focus. June, for example, the last 2 Junes, this June and last June, I didn't stitch at all or barely anything. So if I keep up that trend, then I'm setting myself the goal for 10 months of 200,000 stitches a month. I'm sorry, 20,000 stitches a month for 10 months is 200,000 stitches goal for the year. Okay, and then I'm going to divide that by how many whips I have at the end of the year, and then that'll be my goal for the year, for each project. Now, if the number is more than what the project has remaining, then that I will just take all that remaining stitches and throw it on something large, like Lost Soul or something. So that's the general idea of what I'm leaning towards. That, and then also having my Whipopoly and temperature stitching. So even though I haven't touched temperature stitching at all this month, I still want to keep it in the rotation. I think it'll work. But October is a month where I really like to work on what I want to work on and not be told what to do. So that's another example of why I don't want to do a full 12 months goal. So anyways, so what I'm expecting to do the rest of this month, I plan on pulling out Melisandre. I was hoping to pull her out when it starts feeling cooler, but it's still been pretty hot, and we're in the 80s, but it's still pretty hot in the house, unless there's a breeze. If there's a breeze, it feels really good in here. I want to work on Halloween Movie Sal from Atomic Tiki Pins, and I want to make my Whipopoly video. I don't know. I probably won't get around to it this weekend, so maybe I could record it next week. That'd be nice if I could get it recorded next week. So that's a goal, but we'll see. It may be that I don't see you guys until my next, my end of the month check-in. So anyways, I think that's everything. So I hope that was everything, because I don't want to drag this video out longer than it needs to. So I'm gonna let you all go, and happy stitching, and see you guys next time. Bye.